What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mel here for another review, and this is part 3 and the final review of the Porky's Trilogy. So today we're reviewing Porky's 3, or better known as Porky's Revenge. Came out in 1985, which is the final of the infamous comedy trio that expands from 1981 to 1985. But before we begin, have you subscribed? Did you hit the bell? Did you like this video? If not, what are you waiting for? Hit those buttons because, boy, we appreciate that. And let's get on this show. So, yeah. So, this takes, to run it up, it's like, okay, this takes place, like, in graduation, which, oh, yeah, a traditional graduation ceremony where the principal is talking about the futures, politicians, who's going to be future doctors, etc., gynecologists, needy. Then we have Pee Wee. I don't know what he's doing. Looking at this blonde chick, tan chick, which we never seen before. She's giving him the horny look. During the procession of giving the diplomas, she turns around, unzips her toga, and flashes her tits right there, which arouses Pee Wee, giving him the hard one. Until when he gets to his diploma, somebody steals on his toga, rips, and he's completely naked. It's like, what the hell? Who gets naked from the graduation? That's a weird one. We know this is a dream because of it. And everybody starts cheering, Pee Wee, Pee Wee, Pee Wee. And he wakes up in his bed, and whoops. And it was actually a dream. Or is it? Or premonition? We don't know. At school, Pee Wee talking about his dream, describing the blonde chick he saw. So one of his friends, Turner, brought a old porno, film roll, one of these old ones. Remember, this is set in the 50s, so there's no DVD or Blu-ray. These are old film rolls for projectors. We found an old porno film roll, and they're describing, and they decided to watch it in the library, most specifically in the projection room. During the library, Ballbreaker, looking around, noticed some giggling until she caught them watching it and took it to the principal's office until Tommy Turner convinced the principal that it's not a dirty film but an artistic film, which, as gullible the old man seems, damn, to get out of trouble. Ballbreaker, on the other hand, knows it's a dirty film. Remember. Oh boy. We'll get to her later. So then, after that, the big game starts where everybody is, if they win the game, they go to the state championship, which, yeah. And also, they talk to the cheerleaders of a massive orgy during a pool party. But before they went, one of the boys actually overhears a conversation between the coach and two men that actually work for Porky because he owes him money from a gambling debt. Which, guess what? So after that, at the pool party, the parents of the girl leaves into the house while the girl is planning the orgy while the guy is stripped butt naked, but it was actually a prank. When the parents got back, they just found a bunch of naked guys. And after that, we all know what happened. They left. Well, I think Turner arrived, Schwartz arrived. They missed the orgy. Well, we had a nice welcome from their parents and tell them to get in the car because you need some. This is like important. They say, where are we going? To Porky's until they say, Porky, where are we going to Porky's? And they go. The moment they got to Porky's is okay. This is kind of weird since, if I recall correctly, his place was on water, and when he got there, there's like a wreck on the ground, remains of a building on the ground. So what the hell? But remember, this ain't the same director. This is directed by I can't remember the other guy. Let me see. It was directed by James Kumak because Bob Clark didn't like how he received from the second film, so he left. So he never. The second film was his last one. So yeah, until they arrive at the place, they look around and he swears because hey, he was at Porky's until they heard a boat and to realize, what? The pig just bought himself a steamboat, literally. How sober can you get when you buy a steamship? And actually, the worst, cheesiest steamship ever. But hey, this ain't no motion picture, so they had to make a prop out of it. They had to follow the boat to where it docks, and they give the glimpse what's inside. Yep. Oh boy, looks like a classic steamboat. No steamboats ain't ready without some hot hookers. Woohoo! And we got Porky, still fat as ever. Usually expecting his premises. Then that's while they're on their way there, they saw a car, looked like a woman in distress. Well, yeah. They're looking at her butt. Oh yeah, she has to be a hot one. Until Meat got out of his car. But since he's the only one who knows how to work with cars, he won't ask for help. When she pops her head, oh boy, she's a brace face. And the rest left and leaving Meat behind. And she talks to him and says, why do he call you Meat? And then he asks her name with Blossom, which, why he call you Blossom? And she giggles. You know, when somebody giggles, you know you just wanted to know the answer. They arrive at the place where the ship was docked. They watch the whole crew. But they still see Porky still mean a total jackass because he actually smacks one of his men into the water. Meat and Blossom arrive. Meat tucking his shirt in. I think she's trying to rape him, literally, because she asks him why he call her Meat, or she's gonna leave him on the road. Until they found out that Blossom is Porky's daughter, which, huh? Who slept with him? That's a good question. Please tell me she's adopted because, damn, who's the one who slept with him? Bets on the Cuban one from the first film. Oh boy. Then they had an idea which involves Meat. Oh boy, this poor soul. Yeah. So they asked Meat to take a camera and go with Porky's daughter inside the premises while it's closed. Because face it, since she's into him, oh boy, has to make an ultimate sacrifice for the team. Take some photos and send it to the IRS. Yeah. During the time, she was trying to rape him. I mean, literally. He's trying to take photos, but she's trying to rape him. Now, she's running around, topless, in her underwear, literally. While the guys are just waiting. They're just trying to climb up the balcony to see what's going on. Until they got caught. They almost got executed until they make a deal with Porky about the game to get the coach off the hook if they forfeit the game. During this time, Blossom was trying to rape Meat. Literally. You can see her on top of him. Repeating the damn words, F me, F me. Until Meat made a jackpot behind a slot machine. Literally. This always just one jackpot. An unlucky time. After that, during the next day, they were talking about how they will forfeit the game, which, oh boy. This is going to be complicated since until they said, hey, why not double cross? Because nobody's going to F a hero, especially if they win the championship. Which, oh boy. Meanwhile, Pee-wee knows one of the girl from his dream is actually an exchange student from Germany or Austria named Inga, which he has a crush on. During the other half, Wendy were looking at some old yearbooks and knows an old photo of Ballbreaker. And cool, it turns out she had a love fling with a guy named. Uh, actually, his nickname was shit. I forgot his name. It was a weird, funny name. But Ballbreaker's nickname was Bubbles, which was pretty funny. Turns out, they decided to make a little arrangement the two be meeting after years. So yeah, at the meeting, I mean like do the worst prank ever on her by writing a fake love letter until she managed to get a reply. He told me at a motel. Oh boy, but this time Snooky. That was the name, Snooky. Means Snooky at a motel, but here's the thing. It was actually supposed to be a trap for Pee-wee, but instead of Pee-wee going there, it was Tommy Turner. And oh boy, we keep hearing when Tommy Turner arrived, Barbara was right there in her nightgown. Tommy Turner was supposed to be some other girl, and they just both of them went wild. And then they thought it was Pee-wee in there until they realized they saw Pee-wee walking towards them. It's like, wait, what? Until they found out, nope, Tommy Turner's in there. And they all just sat there on the bench with popcorn, watching the whole thing. Until Ballbreaker and Turner realized Turner just freaked out and ran. While Ballbreaker just screaming. Ouch. Okay, during lunch, the principal asks Turner about the film and when they're about to present this artistic film, which, whoo, you gotta keep your story up because you're gonna show your principal a porno. Ouch. Yeah, during the game, Porky arrives with his gang. He talks to the coach that don't worry about the dead. Everything will be all right. They're watching the game. He's not there. Including his daughter's there as well. And guess what? The guys started to turn the game. And I forgot about the side plot here. Here's one side plot I forgot to mention because Meat is their key card in the winning the game, and he's flunking science because he's afraid of frogs. Yes, Meat is afraid of frogs. No offense, we all have phobias, but this is one bad timing. They went to the science teacher's apartment until they found out that she and another teacher had a kinky relationship. Literally. So they decided to take some photos and blackmail them. Which, oh boy, Pee-wee stayed behind and saw the whole thing. And found out that his grandma is right next to the teacher's apartment, so they decided to take photos from his grandma's apartment. Poor Pee-wee. But hey, when you had to find a way to win the game, you didn't take drastic measures. But yeah, back at the game, somehow the chief thing that me did actually he cheated, so she called the coach and told him he's not going to play. Which, oh boy, things went backfire until the other team found the photos, the blackmail photos, and decided to put Meat back in the game. During which it was an intense game until Pee-wee, of all people, managed to shoot the winning score. Porky pissed off until Blossom mentioned that she has a crush on Meat, which, that gives Porky an idea on his revenge on the group. Back on the beach, Wendy and Ingo were at the beach. The guy and Pee-wee in this guy because remember he tied from Porky because they point out he's the one who shot the winning score in the basketball game. So Porky's after him. They see Ballbreaker alone sat on the beach. They knew what they did was shitty wrong because hey, like you said before, you don't play with nobody's food. So he went to Snooky's residence, which he's a multi-millionaire because he's sitting there by himself at the small table. His butler bringing his tea and sugar. And the gang arrived there, talked to him, and cuts to the beach scene where Snooky finally gets to see Ballbreaker, and they finally get together after all these years. Back in the principal's office, the principal's scolding Turner because of this shit film until Ballbreaker, a new person, a new change, decides, because Turner said he was sorry, she tries to forgive him, and also some good news that her flame, Snooky, offers his residence, his mansion, for the senior prom, which was a good thing. At the senior prom, we get to see Pee Wee taking Inga on the prom, watching a monk. There was actually one. I think there was a man with a monkey, and the monkey was showing himself just humping the mingo literally, and Pee Wee knows it. She's just laughing, but he knows what that monkey means. Monkey business. Whee! And there was a traffic jam. Pete decides to walk until he got knocked out. He got pistol whipped and knocked out by Porky's gang. The girls tried to stop them, but Porky just appeared and said, "Ho ho, Meat is going to be on a permanent cruise. This is Porky Revenge, you little bastards." So they... What? I got... Sorry. I was saying, they told what happened. Everybody knew that they had to do something. Even I know Bob Bricker and Snooky reacting with fear. Wow, that's the first time we saw that face. Back in Porky's steamship, I think it's nowhere near the coast. It's actually in the middle of the water. They're actually preparing the wedding, which is a political array, a shotgun wedding. He tried to get everything ready. Blossom is still complaining, but Porky wants everything to be ready. B pushes Porky until Porky punches him, knocking him out. The gang decides to get to the ship by, well, the best way possible. Jury rig, as in sabotaging the ship. During that, versus Porky wakes up Meat by throwing water on him, telling him that he likes his style because he's more of a moxie man. He wants a guy like that to be his son-in-law. Because he wants a grandson, etc., etc., you know why. After that, they manage to get on the ship while Wendy and I think it's Pee Wee make a distraction over the bridge because, one, the bridge is a drop bridge, which lets ships through by raising the bridge. So they decide that Pee Wee fixes suicide. When he tried to do that, he tried to lure the guard, then he knocked him out to take control of the bridge. But yeah, they managed to get to the boat, cut the lights. Meat jumps out along with the gang. Porky tries to crush him, but somehow the ship went reverse and is heading for the bridge. And they knew they're going to crash. Everybody jumps out, and the ship just totally crashed right in the bridge, right there. What? You thought, oh, it's going to explode. No. This is the shittiest steamboat ever. Literally. Damn. Algaes. After that, it cuts to the graduation scene. Everybody... I think one of them, I think Meat and Turner tricks Pee Wee that they're not wearing clothes, so Pee Wee takes his clothes off, which, oh boy. Sorry, when they're getting up, they asked Inga if she was wearing anything, and she said, "It's American custom, yeah?" And everybody's saying, yeah. She unzips, and she's actually completely naked, showing both her tits. And Pee Wee just has a hard one. Oh boy, as he walks to the podium, I think it was Meat or Turner who stepped on his toga, and he's, boom! Full focus, right there. Instead of applause, Pee Wee just a gasp, right there. And Blossom, giggling. Damn! And the guy in the back laughing. And it cuts right there. And that was Porky's Revenge. Released in 1985. And this was the final installment of the trilogy, which, like I said before, this was a different time. And like I said, different time I mean like collar pulling. Ugh. If it was made right now, oh boy. The censor would be having a massive field deal right here. But yeah, if you guys seen the movie from that time or seen it from a Blu-ray DVD, let me know what you think. But yeah, that's it for today. If you like the video, give it a like and also hit the excuse me. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you miss our great content. And I'll see you next time. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.